time for Science Story Time, and today we're going to read about seasons. This book is called Rabbit's Wish for Snow. And the first time I saw this book, I looked at the cover and I said, there's Rabbit, and there's snow around him, and there's snow in the title. I said, this must be a winter book. This must be a book that takes place in the wintertime. But do you know what? It doesn't. It takes place in the springtime. That's very tricky. Now, this is an old story. It's so old we don't know who the first person to tell it was. But a man named Chin is the one that wrote down this version in this book for us. Long ago, rabbits didn't look like they do today. Rabbits had long bushy tails and long straight arms and long straight legs. See, they're working on two legs like a person. They're not hopping on four legs the way rabbits usually do today. Winter had passed. The snow had gone. Rabbit was out playing. He saw young shoots high up in a tree. He wanted to eat those young shoots, but rabbits, even then, were not good tree climbers. Rabbit also wanted to play in the snow. But there was no snow because it was springtime. Then he remembered what his rabbit grandmother had told him. She said, if you wish for something hard enough, it might happen. So Rabbit decided to wish for snow. Oh, I wish it would snow. I wish it would snow. Oh, how I wish it would snow. Snow, please come down so I can play. And it started to snow just a little bit as Rabbit jumped around and said those words. So he decided to jump even faster and even harder and say the words again. And he said, oh, how I wish it would snow. How I wish it would snow. Oh, how I wish it would snow. Oh, how I wish I could play in the snow. And it started to snow some more. And then it started to snow a lot. The snow was falling, and Rabbit was so excited playing in the snow. And then the snow climbed high in the tree, and Rabbit was able to eat those young shoots, those young branches of the tree, because now he doesn't have to climb the tree. The snow is so high, he can just walk over to the snow to reach the branches. Oh, Rabbit was so happy to eat the shoots of the tree, and he was so tired from eating and playing in the snow that he needed to rest, and he fell asleep. The next morning he woke up and all the snow was gone. It had melted overnight. And Rabbit looked down. Uh-oh, he is way high in that tree. And you know, rabbits are not good tree climbers. Holding on with his tail, Rabbit leaned over. He was trying to see how far off the ground he was. But uh-oh, he didn't have his tail around a very strong branch. He had his tail around an old branch, and snap! It went right off where Rabbit was trying to hold on to it. It broke, and Rabbit fell straight down out of that tree. And look, he left part of his tail behind. When Rabbit crashed to the ground, he landed on his face, and he broke his arms and his legs. And that's why even today, rabbits have short arms and short legs, and they hop around on them instead of being tall and straight like they used to be. And in the springtime, if you look at the willows, sometimes you see pieces of rabbit's tail that got left behind. Those kinds of willows are called pussy willows, and they have little white fluffs on them in the spring that look kind of like cotton. The end. So that was a silly story, right? It was a spring story, and Rabbit tried to make it winter and spring, but that didn't work out very well for Rabbit, did it? Now we're going to talk a little bit more about seasons I have here a game we can play, a sorting game. Let me get everything ready here. Cross my legs to make it easier to hold. Now I have 2 bags. This one has an S on it, and this one has a W on it. Do you know what letter winter starts with? Yes, winter starts with W, so this is going to be a winter bag. And spring starts with S, so that's going to be a spring bag. And I have all these pictures that I cut out from catalogs and that came in the mail to me, and we're going to sort them in the right bags. So let me put the bags down, and we'll look at these pictures, and we'll see what we have here. Let me see. Oh, here's a good picture. This is a picture of a mommy polar bear and her little polar bear cubs. And do you see what they're laying on? They're laying on the snow. So in real life, it doesn't usually snow in the spring like it does in Rabbit's story, right? Usually the snow is in the winter time. So we're going to take this picture. This is a winter picture, and we're going to put it in our W for winter bag. I'll just fold it a little to make it fit. And let's see what other pictures I have. What else do I have? Here's a little girl who's playing explorer. And she has lots of flowers. She's got flowers around her feet and flowers on her coat and flowers in her hair. And look, you can see the grass is green. It's not covered with snow. So this is a spring picture because it has green grass and flowers. So we're going to put that in our spring bag. And let me see if I have any other pictures. I do. This is another picture of flowers. This is a daffodil and a tulip, and they both bloom in spring. So we're going to put them in our spring bag. And this is a picture of an animal in the snow. It's snowing so hard you can hardly tell that's a bison. And it snows in winter, so that's going to go in our winter bag. And now I have 2 more pictures. Each one of them is of trees. This is a tree with flowers on the branches, and this is a tree with snow on it. Now this is a cherry tree, and in the springtime, cherry trees are covered with blossoms with flowers, and then later on, those flowers turn into cherries for us to eat. And the flowers are on the tree in the spring. And of course, snow is on the trees in the winter. So this picture goes in our spring bag. And this picture goes in our winter bag. And now I'm going to show you a hat that I made. Do you see my hat? This is a hat of the willow trees in all the different seasons of the year, and I can wear it on my head. Do you see it? Hard to see on the camera. I'm going to show you how to make one, so you can make one at home if you want. First, I took a piece of paper, and I folded it in half, and then I cut it in half along the line that I folded it on. You can use safety scissors to do this yourself, or you can ask a grown-up to cut it for you. And then I took a crayon, and I took each little piece, and I drew a big line down the middle of it. And I drew a big line down the middle of the other paper. And now I have 4 boxes. 1 box for spring, 1 box for summer, 1 box for winter, and 1 box for fall. And so I'm going to take my crayons and I'm going to start with winter. And in winter, Jennifer's going to try to hold these so you can see them better. In winter, the willow trees are brown and bare, so I'm just going to draw like this to show the empty willow trees. When you do this at home, you can take your time and make it look really nice, but I'm just going to do it quick here. And then in the spring, we get those little cotton buds that look like a rabbit's tail, right? So I'm going to draw some willow branches, and then I'm going to take an actual cotton ball, and I'm going to take a glue stick. And put up my glue stick. I'm going to put some glue on my spring picture. And I'm going to take the cotton ball and I'm going to kind of tear it up a little bit to make it little tiny pieces. And I'm going to stick those on my spring picture so that you can see the little bushy willows when you look at my crown. So now I have plain brown sticks for winter and bushy willow sticks for spring. And then what I can do is I can draw a summer picture with green leaves on the branches, and a fall picture with yellow leaves on the branches. And then when I'm done, when I have all 4 pictures drawn, I take my papers like this, and a grown-up will help you. A grown-up will help you tape them together. And a grown-up will take them and size them so that they fit on your head well, and tape it together. And then you'll have a hat like this that you can sit right on your head. I hope you had fun today learning about the seasons with me, and maybe you will try to do one of those projects at home yourself. You can ask a grown-up to help you so that you don't cut up something that they don't want you to cut up, something important. And I will see you next time. Bye, girls and boys.